Well, that's a way to start out 2019, joined by head coach Matt Donahue and Ashley Smith, our player of the game here after a convincing victory to start out 2019, taking down Swarthmore. Coach, it's a storied program in Division III, having a little bit of a down year. What were your thoughts going up against that squad?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I thought that really jumped out at us is their physicality, their size. They definitely had us there, and I knew they got out really well in transition. So we just felt like we had to really pressure their ball handlers where we might have had the advantage. I was real happy with our effort there on the defensive side of the ball.
Certainly, and there was one. The stat that I circled after the game was the bench points, 27 to 13. Yeah. You got a lot of key contributions. When you go back and look at the stats later on, what do you think you'll be most proud of about this one?
Yeah, the balance. I mean, two things: the balance in our scoring, where we're getting effort and contribution from a lot of different sources, especially as we're mixing and matching out there, and then just the turnovers we created with our defensive pressure. And for us, the biggest thing is just running people off the bench and them being in tune to what we're trying to do and ready to pick up that slack.
Certainly. And speaking of key contributions, Ashley Smith, you were one of them in the first half, scored all 8 points in that first half. What was your approach today?
I think we just prepared really well as a team. We knew coming in that they transitioned, so I think we came in hot with defense, and that triggered our good offense. So.
And what I've noticed lately, you got some injuries going on. Sometimes the flu is kind of making its way through. It's that time of year. You, as one of the more experienced players, what is the mindset that goes into keeping everybody, even though the units tend to change, how do you keep everybody sort of in line?
I think we just have to pay attention to our bodies and know that if we're hurting, to go see a trainer, and to not play if you're hurting, because we have a good bench, so if you're hurting, just make sure you go into the trainer.
It sounds simple enough in 2019. Coach, one final question. I got to ask, right? That's the way you want to start. You're winning. Now winners of 4 in a row. You're starting to pick up some steam. Non-conference play is over now. I know that you're hoping as we continue to kind of go throughout the season here, you're going to get those key contributors back in the lineup. Luca's back. What's the ceiling for this team? Yeah,
I mean, I think if we can continue to grow defensively and continue to share the ball as we have offensively and get that balance and maintain that, you know, we can make a major statement here within this conference. And, you know, I look at where we were back at the beginning of the year and where we are now at this point in time, and I like the direction we're moving in. Still got to get better on defense, and offensively we've got to continue to get more consistent. But there's no limit for this team if we continue to trend in the direction we are doing.
Well, you get another chance to do just that on Saturday against Moravian. It'll be a doubleheader, men's and women's both in action. Coach Donahue, Ashley Smith, thanks for joining me, guys. We'll be back on Saturday.